not distress yourself. I have never lied to you, and I tell you now, you will not die here. The gas is a necessity.
What?
When you awaken, all may become clear.
He's killed me, hasn't he?
You chose to trust me. A voice on a broken telephone. Perhaps just a voice in your mind. Did you ever consider that? You have learned much and come far. My apologies for the gas, but it was necessary. You left quite the trail of carnage, didn't you? But sometimes violence is necessary, I know. You listened to good advice and wise words, which is to say, my advice and my words. So many shoot first and ask questions afterwards. Not you, though. Oberon is dead, poisoned by your hand, and the potent toxin developed by Dr. Holder. The interference field should rapidly fade now, and perhaps the outside world will finally see what has happened here. So ends the quarantine.
You made it! I owe you every thanks. The country does. Damn it, the world does. The infernal whispering in my mind that has dogged me for 5 years, they're fading into silence. Blissful silence. Do you understand? The toxin is working. Soon the interference field will come down and people will begin to arrive from outside. There may be some awkward questions when that happens. People who haven't lived through what we have might not understand why we did what we did. Come on. We should leave before they arrive. It's better for us to stay hidden. Trust me. For the moment, we're potential specimens, not people. Now, are you ready?
Alright, let's go.
Stay close. There's a secret route out here. With luck, these wretched blue eyes of ours will fade over time. Until then, we'll need to hide where no one can find us. Come on.
You helped Dr. Alan Holder in his plan to create a special toxin to deal with Oberon. It certainly seems to have worked. Now you may leave with Holder, although his plans only ever extended as far as killing Oberon. You left quite the trail of carnage, didn't you? But sometimes violence is necessary, I know. You listened to good advice and wise words, which is to say, my advice and my words. So many shoot first and ask questions afterwards. Not you, though. Oberon is dead, poisoned by your hand, and the potent toxin developed by Dr. Holder. The interference field should rapidly fade now, and perhaps the outside world will finally see what has happened here. So ends the quarantine.
The woods are...
There is actually a helicopter.
Oh, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? You're here. Perhaps you can clear something up for me. I was monitoring the instruments in the interchange, waiting for the evacuation notice as my cue to scarper. I waited and I waited, but nothing. The Oberon destruction sequence was never triggered. So what did you do? A poison? But how? Where in blue blazes would you have found an effective poison? Oh, you idiot! You've complicated things enormously now. Don't you see? I can't take a piece of Oberon to my people, only to tell them that someone has developed an effective weapon against it. Let me think. Right. Yes. So, I will get you out of here. But there's a condition. Whoever you've been working with, the one who developed the poison, kill them. Then bring me proof.
Now I've got to go all the way back. Are you pulling my leg? You're taking the piss, woman.
You made it! I owe you the infernal... Do you understand? Soon there may be some... Oh, come on. You're what?
Are you ready? Excellent. Now let's get out of here.
There we go.
Sorry about that, but you'll live. My friends just want a little chat first. Well, more like a debrief, really. Actually, it's probably more like an interrogation.
What a bitch.
You chose to trust Joyce Tanner and to help her. You kept your side of the bargain. You took a sample of Oberon and gave it to her. No small task. Now she has summoned her mysterious friends, whoever they are. You can all escape together, I'm sure. You left quite the trail of carnage, didn't you? But sometimes violence is necessary, I know. You listened to good advice and wise words, which is to say, my advice and my words. So many shoot first and ask questions afterwards. Not you, though. Oberon is dead, poisoned by your hand, and the potent toxin developed by Dr. Holder. The interference field should rapidly fade now, And perhaps the outside world will finally see what has happened here. So ends the quarantine.
To give it to her.
Are you ready? Oh, I was truly hoping that you wouldn't say that. Alas, I wasn't really asking. It was more along the lines of an order. For whatever it's worth, my friends and I truly didn't want things to turn violent. But we are awfully good at it. Sorry, but you leave me no choice.